Testing. 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 Welcome to episode 14 of The Adventures of David Boomer in American Truck Simulator. And we will start off with doing these things. The playlist link. And there it is. Okay. And then the note about chat. And that is a little slow to respond, so there could be issues with that today. And it posted it backwards, so real quick before I get started, I'm going to mess with that. I'm going to try to shorten that message. No, Hello, I'm trying to... Bear with me, folks. I'm dealing with, I just posted stuff about my hair appointments on Facebook, and some people are commenting, so I'm also working while I'm doing this, so, I don't really have, quote, days off when I have two jobs. So, that's the thing, you want to run a business for real, you gotta work. And I've been neglecting that, so y'all just have to be patient while I handle my business. Now, all right. And at the same time, I'm trying to edit my note there about all right, let's try that one to see if it posts all in one message. One word. One stinking word. Alright, let's edit that. Okay, well, let's try it. We'll just have to try that one then. So, it says, for those who are not paying attention, YouTube doesn't always show me your messages right away. I use a cell phone for the chat monitor. I have to pause the game and exit the chat on my phone and reload it to see messages that I missed. I wish that would be a longer message, but when it breaks it up like that and puts it backwards, I don't like that. And I mean, I don't know if it puts it backwards for everybody, but when it does it to me, it's annoying. Okay, so let's get the game loaded. I don't think there were any updates. I almost played Grocery Store again, but you know, I even was about to schedule it, but I changed it at the last second to this. I'm just not sure what I'm having mental issues with what I want to do. You know, the scheduling between my two jobs is playing with me, and I don't like it. And now this wants to mess up too. It does that. It just does that. At the same time, I'm kind of coming up with a few ideas for how I want the story on this to go. So, for those who may not have been watching before, one, I did put the playlist link in the chat there. So, but this is my driver, David Boomer. And in reality, he's the driver that most closely resembles what I would look like. Because I look like a big hairy piece of... Well, at least I was already in Miles City. That was a good thing I got that frickin' garage. Unless it would let me quick travel. Okay. I don't know what exactly that was updating for, but... EP14. Okay, so we did 10 loads for Miles City, and we reached our 100th load. We were doing pelleted aminal food. Alright. Go to the map. So, I'm going to try to make this a quick recap. I started this story the day before Arkansas came out. I started out with my first garage in Texarkana, Texas, mainly because I knew that it's a shared city with Texarkana, Arkansas. My driver, David Boomer, he's just a poor independent truck driver trying to start his own company and whatnot. He started out doing the quick jobs, mainly for Equos Power, going towards Dallas. He went over to Abilene and back. Then the next day, Arkansas came out, and we set about doing Equos Power jobs in Arkansas to complete the Cruise in Arkansas event. We finished off by going just outside of Fort Smith here to the Equos Power. And then we came back this way to Texarkana. I believe it was then that I bought a truck. I might have bought it before then, but I'm forgetting. But the story is that at some point, David went to get a loan because he wanted to, instead of what the game says, I'm going with my own story. He wanted a loan to buy that starter garage and get a used truck and possibly a trailer. And he was just asking for like the bare minimum amount, and he was online trying to get a loan from a bank. Probably a local bank here in Texarkana or somewhere in the Texas area. In this general vicinity. The bank was going to turn down his loan. But he's not aware of that because at the same time he was applying for his loan, a hacker had broken into the online bank. And a glitch happened where instead of the hacker getting the money he was trying to get, it glitched and it gave David the money he was asking for. Not more than that, just the money he was asking for. But what the bank sees is that David got the money that the hacker was trying to get, which was much more. And it doesn't show that the hacker exists. It shows that David hacked the account. Or that's who the bank thinks did it, But in any case, David got his truck and he drove down to Beaumont, over to this way, down this way, trying to get down to Brownsville. Then we came up the edge of the East Coast here and the eastern border, back to Texarkana. And when we got back here, David had emails, and David doesn't have, like, cell phones or whatnot. He doesn't, like, check his... He wasn't into checking emails and all that. He doesn't like being bothered while he's driving. And he's kind of little more old school. Or maybe he has other reasons why he doesn't check emails. But nonetheless, he was not aware that these issues happen. He simply bought the garage, bought his used truck at the time. It had 350-something thousand miles on it. It was a one-star truck. It was broken down, needed repairs. He's just basically driving by the skin of his teeth, just hoping it makes it from town to town. But he's got this email from the bank, Mr. Boomer, we'd like to talk with you. And then, like a few days later, after a few more emails like that, we urgently need to talk with you about the transaction and blah, blah, blah. If you don't, we're going to have to contact the authorities. And then he's got emails and such from the authorities, we need to speak with you. Well, before he could respond to that, he also noticed he had an email from some other mystery person, which is the hacker, saying, "You've got my money. You need to cooperate with me or else. And my instructions are to go to a certain city, and then you will receive further instructions. Do not go to the police. Do not blah, blah, blah." And so David went on the run. He traveled along the bottom here, up this way, around, basically the edge of the map that we currently have, and then came up this way, went to here, come up here to Norfolk, came along this way, came up here to Gillette. When he got to Gillette, there is this port of entry way station. When he got to here, the guy in charge, the lawman in charge of that way station, decided to blackmail him instead of just fine him for driving a bad truck. And, if you do what I tell you, I won't run your name through the computer. Just do these deliveries and you'll get a little money, but I want my cut. So we did several jobs for Charged, going from Charged down here. And every time we had to stop back at the way station because it would call us in. And because I'm driving a bad truck, we're always getting fined at the way station if we get called in. And we are currently driving a different truck. So then when we finally got out of that and he let us go, we started traveling up this way into Montana. We came all the way up here, went through Miles City, got up through Glendive, came to Sydney. We did some loads for Sweet Beets, going this way, coming back, coming down this way. But we were doing loads for Sweet Beets because there's been a biker gang causing trouble, and they've had a hard time getting truckers to come here to do their loads. We overheard them talking about, David overheard them talking about that at the restaurant here at the truck stop. And so the next day he just kind of showed up at Sweet Beets and said, "Hey, are you guys hiring at all?" And did some loads for them. Then in the last episode, we started doing some loads for Miles City here. Well, we came to the truck stop here, and there was a bulletin board with a note on it about hiring truck drivers and offering the use of the garage if you do the loads for them. Well, the loads are for the livestock commission here, which in real life on Google Maps there is a livestock commission in this area. So this is kind of like reality here. There's some trucking companies in this area and a livestock thing that kind of looks like this. So that's what it is. Now we have our second garage, at least temporarily, so that, and as came in handy just now when we loaded this episode, I need to have another garage because using the garbage truck means I can't quick travel. And two, if anything happens, I'm stuck back in Texarkana, and that screws up my story, because then I gotta start from there and come all the way back up again. You know, and because I can't quick travel, I'd have to drive all the way back up. Now, at some point, I'm probably going to go with the theme that maybe he gets caught and brought back to Texarkana or Texas, and then he has to escape again, or escape for the first time, and then break out and come back up, or go a different direction or something. But in the meantime, we temporarily have a garage here in Miles City that the Livestock Commission got for us, or is letting us use. So, with that being said, we currently do not have our trailer attached. I'm going to click drive to see where we're at. Hey, wow, a half hour later, huh? Yeah. Okay, it quick traveled me to the garage instead of to here instead. Yeah, instead of my garage. But anyway, that's where we're at. So, I'm still not sure when or where he's going to reach whatever city he's going to contact, or the hacker's going to contact him at. I'm not sure yet. But I've been thinking about who the hacker might be, or what the hacker might want. Now, of course, I'm not going to just reveal that. I'm still working on that, but so we have frozen food to Billings. We already went to Billings, so we have gone there. We are not going back to Gillette, because then I'd get back into that whole port of entry way station bit, and we're not going there. Cheese, dry milk, corn with a C. Some really quick industrial. Well, I can't get there in 4 minutes. Not in this town, anyway. There's too many stoplights. Even if I was near it, even if I was at the garage up, and then went over, I'd still not make it, because I'd have to run the stoplights. And we're not doing that, because David doesn't want to draw attention to himself, because he's on the run. Alright, so alright, we're gonna drive. Okay. Let's make sure our lights are on, because they quick traveled me, which mean, or they, whatever the update was, it they turned my lights off, and I would have forgotten that. Oh, good old Mr. Drake and his car dealer. I'm thinking I might find a way to. I'm slowly working in that somehow. Well, this does take place in the Stu Spudman universe. But at the moment, I have no plans on involving Stu Spudman or any version of him. But there are other characters in that universe that may or may not be involved with this. Now, because I bring that up, I'm going to go ahead and put the playlist link for that series. And as such, Mr. Drake, who has pretty much the most car dealers, is a scumbag who works with mob bosses, or worked with or for a mob boss. At least until Stu Spudman and the HR folks saw to it that he got into a big bind with a lot of his brand new cars that were supposed to be shipped over to the east, to like New York and whatnot, ended up not reaching there. And, well, Mr. Drake got into a lot of hot water with insurance companies and accused of and the insurance companies are accusing him of insurance fraud because they don't have proof that. So Stu Spudman took shipment under the guise of working for Mr. Drake, took loads of the cars and I believe they were loads that went to the rail yards, the rail exports and such. And they were supposed to get on the train to head back east. And they were all going to be loaded on, he went to various rail yards, but they were all supposed to congregate and get to one rail yard and get onto one long auto rack train and head back east. Well, that auto rack train fell off a bridge into a canyon. And it's so deep that being able to get down there with recovery equipment and insurance investigators and whatnot, it's nobody knew right away if those cars were on that train or not. But in reality, the cars were not on that train, or at least not all of them. Instead, HR, needing metal and scrap metal for their alien alloy project, borrowed those cars and scrapped them and took them to the steel mills and junkyards and, and nobody knows they did it because it's believed those cars were damaged on that train. But Drake had made a deal with some mob bosses back east, and because they didn't get their cars, they're not happy with him. And the insurance company doesn't want to pay out on any of those cars either until they're sure that those cars were on that train. Alright. Do we have any better jobs? Let's first look at this. Okay, we already did one of them. Okay. Dry milk, Billings, Glendive. Empty pallets, grain. Okay, so we can use our own trailer. Well, we're over here by this, so grab this, and then yeah. Let's knock these out really quick just so we can get something started, because I've been yapping for long enough. I'm not sure how much I'm going to play this today. I just figured I'd jump into it. I might play this a little bit and then take my dinner break and then play the other thing. I'm just... doing what I can right now. I've got a lot on my mind, so it's just, I wanted to play one of these two games and try to relax a bit, so that's what I'm doing. Don't hit me, bus. This is gonna be different. Turn it. Okay, y'all got plenty of room to get out of my way, so do it. Hurry up and get out of the way. I need to swing wide here. Right, we don't have enough to buy any trailers. No, we don't. Oh, and then I think we repainted the truck, because, he only had money to repaint the truck. He didn't have enough to buy another. That's what I'm going with anyway. So we'll just take this little job here. That's what I mean by I needed to swing wide. Alright, this is too much. I mean, I was tempted to play more of the grocery just because I'm working on something in that, and but at the same time, that game's a little better for when I'm working my closing shifts and come home and only have a little bit of time to play something. I love all the creaking noises and stuff using these broken down trucks makes. They get a little annoying at times, you know, especially when the brakes are too squeaky, but when you hear the metal on metal. But at the moment, I think our brakes are repaired. Maybe. I forget. Yes, I'll have a coffee break. Just don't break my coffee. You break my coffee, I'll break your skull. Maybe. Not really, but it is tempting. I'm not violent. Hell, it's been like 30 years since I've hit somebody. Still pissed about the fact that I did it, but at least I'm pissed enough that I haven't done it since. Then again, nobody has quite caused me to do so, so, you know, I guess that's a plus. Let's see, am I able to go around this thing? No, it makes it look like I can, but it's just showing that those are the buildings, but it doesn't show that this stuff is in the way. The stockyard, or whatever you call it. The livestock yard. Okay, well, whatever that was now. Oh, wait, no, that's cargo market. That's right. That's right, it was cargo market that was in. There it is. Alright, empty pallets. Okay, so we're already there. Just gotta go hit the thingy. And get parked in a spot. So yes, we are in Miles City, Montana. We are doing loads for the Livestock Commission. And the job also... Oh, I forgot to mention the whole... There is, in this town, in real life and in the game, the Pine Hills Correctional Facility. And as such, with my story, with having a driver who is on the run from the law, and having a town with criminals and ex-criminals and possible escaped convicts and who knows what, but that job offer at the truck stop that we accepted said no questions asked. You just come try out to drive the trucks, and a garage would be provided to drive out of. And that's what we did. We took the job. And as such, got use of the garage. Which means I'm not stuck worrying about suddenly ending up back in Texarkana. Like, had I, when I loaded this and it said, game content changed and blah blah blah, and wanted to quick travel me, it at least put me here in Miles City. I wasn't sure if it would or not, because I currently cannot quick travel at all. I can get towed, but I can't quick travel because I have a crappy truck as part of the story. They ain't gonna let this work. I gotta move over. that worked out. That'll work out if I can get there. Yep. Now they'll probably give me a train, but that's okay. Of course it wants it over there. It always wants it. Okay, you don't have the big trailer in my way, so yeah, we'll give this one a try. Or that one day they had the triple trailer in my way. But yeah, they always want it there. You know, I was like, no, we're gonna make it difficult for you. You gotta park in between the thing and go around them things, and the forklift's in the way, and you know. It's not an easy one to do. Oh, and then you put that in my way. Not skipping nothing. Not skipping nothing for Christmas. Damn it. Start backing it in now. And then we're gonna get over here a little bit more. Wrong one. Okay, let's see if there's another quick one to do. No, not on there. No, we've already gone there. No, there's nothing good in that. Oh, that's because I was pointed that way when I was trying to park the trailer. Oh my gosh, we're picking this up. choo. Here it comes. Okay, got a tanker, got some auto racks, got some intermodal containers, another auto rack, some more intermodals. I almost wiped you out. You almost died. It's almost my fault. Sorry. Because, hey, it's Montana. You know, there's got to be a lot of tennis. Come on, don't hit. There's no reason to hit that. You're gonna do it again, ain't you? Well, it certainly wants to threaten it. Just remember, if you only hit it lightly, it might not find me. Not my fault he parked his vehicle too close to my parking spot. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Keep forgetting that you're laying there. Sorry. You've been laying closer lately. Oh, corn there, then grain back. All right. Well, let's do that. Although that might not be there. Oh, it ain't gonna be there. Let's go sleep. Really? Yeah. Maybe. No. Not really. Well, we know we're not gonna have to park it. Okay, we gotta go over to the dairy farm. I don't think we really wanted to take this job. I don't think I really care about your opinion. That's not what I wanted. Oh well, it's what you're getting. Alright, let's do some buttermilk. Let's just do it. Oh yeah. take a little time out here. I'll go get my coffee warmed up. Okay. Let's continue on our way to Billings. jobs for Bushnell out of Miles City right now, because that's where the Livestock Commission's at. We're doing jobs for the Livestock Commission. They've been having trouble getting drivers, so they posted a flyer at the truck stop in Miles City. That said, come apply, try out. No questions asked. A garage would be provided to work out of. And so that is what we are doing at the moment. We're doing jobs to and from Miles City involving Bushnell. We are on our way to Billings with a load of buttermilk. Miles City has both types of Bushnell. They have the dairy farm and the livestock auction farm depot. I could have sworn we put a marker on the map for going down that way. I guess not, though. Oh. Okay, well. We'll go there on the way back. Well, see, the thing is yeah. No, it's nice that they do this and all, but to put the truck parking there right next to somewhere where you can sleep as it is, you know, I mean, I understand that maybe in real life it's like this. Maybe there's a truck dealer here and a truck park right there, but you know, problem is you get to other areas where yeah, finish your sentence. Well, it's just you'll be in the middle of nowhere and there's nowhere to sleep. But over here you got two of them next to each other. They do that on purpose to annoy you. I know, and it works. Wow, there was nobody behind me. You know, and then to top that off, you got, you know, two truck stops right over here at the exit. Just a little too redundant. Too many. Oh, car wash. Truck wash. Well, wasn't where I was planning on going, but maybe. Okay, we were told to go here, and there would be a packet, an envelope with instructions somewhere on this property. So that's what we did. We're here, and we'll just have to check that out once I say whatever it was. Considering it's off there in the hidden area where I had no clue that was at, you know, it's a good place to hide your hacker instructions. But how did the hacker get to Miles City, Montana? What if the hacker's in Miles City, Montana? Well, we don't know if he is or not. No. But he could have family out this way. Or workers, or who says the hacker's working alone? Speaking of alone, I'm kind of alone right now without my coffee that I left over by the door. Maybe that was an abandoned truck wash. No, I want to go all the way over here so that we get all of the road done. I don't care if it's an exit only, I need to come over here and make sure I get the road done. Because if I go in here, the whole thing of this gets done. See? Surprise? Yeah. Probably a map. Who knows? Maybe it was a map, maybe it was instructions, maybe, you know. But it was something for sure. Yeah, I bet. It's always something. Here comes the rain again, falling on my truck like a pain in my butt. Yeah, well, that's what happens when you've got a newer computer and you go ahead and let it rain. Because the other one, we couldn't do that. Whoa, 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 stop moving. I set my controller down so I could scratch my back. And my leg was pushing on the buttons. It's not good. Just imagine if I was really driving the truck and I had to scratch my back like that, you know? It's called distracted driving and you don't got your hands on the wheel. Yeah, well, I've never been one of them people that drive with my leg either, but, you know, some people do that. Oh yeah, don't forget it. It's raining, so the brakes don't work as well. Probably gonna find me, but let's go. No? No find? No find. Oops. This intersection kind of reminds me of Twin Falls and Ogden, with these weird angles to it, the three-way. Well, if this is the truck route that goes that way and this way, the game should let me go that way. I'm not gonna play this too much longer today. I don't really want to play unless I change my mind. I mean, I don't know. I just. Well, let's put it this way. I don't want to do my dinner break during the game today. So. So I'm probably gonna, when I do take my break, I'm probably gonna come back and play the grocery store game instead. Oops, I knew that would happen anyway. You know what else we can do? What? You go the wrong way. Oh, I think that's a bar. So that's that. Okay, one moment here. I want to look something up online. You know, on the maps. Okay. Okay, we can't. I don't think we can go there. No, because that's way over there. We can only go here, and we can't go way over there. That is not on the map. Yep. Oh well. Okay, that's what it is. We might have that option. Anyway, so there was a place I wanted to go, but it's way back that way, and it's not on the map. Yeah, we can't go there. I mean, in real life, it's way back that way, but so we'll just have to find a different town to go to it. But we have our next set of instructions, or at least instructions to tell us where to go to get the next instructions. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do this one because it gives us room to do it with that street being back there. As long as we're not running into the poles. $7 to do a 2.5-hour drive. Yeah. So, now after all that yapping about needing a place to sleep and how they're all over here, guess what? They're all over here. Well, I'm gonna end up getting fined anyway, right? Yeah. Where's it gonna tow me to if I get towed? Alright. I think I gotta go. Come on, get me wherever I need to go anyway. It's gonna find me again. Yeah, this is the one where I gotta. that was close. Alright, okay, 9 a.m., that's good. Bozeman's over there. Cody's down there. Great Falls is way up there, but some grain down to Cody. Nothing going back to Miles City. That I want, anyway. We're not currently working for Sweet Beets. You know what? That's a really short load. We're gonna take it. I'm gonna try to get there in time, but let's give it a try. Probably not gonna make it, but we're gonna go there anyway because we'll probably take a load from it. Regardless. Okay, that one disappeared. Now there's a corn. Okay, well, there's Oh, that goes all the way back there. I don't want to go all the way back there. Alright. Let's take this. I swear they did something. It feels like they changed up the mirror thing a little bit. So it's like it's like you gotta have the thing in between your mirrors to where you're not seeing it anymore. You know, which would be realistic, but you know, because if it's directly behind you. But at the same time, there's no rear view mirror in my truck. I mean, I get that, you know, most of the time there's going to be a trailer in the way, but what about when there isn't a trailer? You know, I have a window. You know, a rear view mirror could come in handy. Really? Need to make that thing that strong? Oh, but then I knock it over easily with the trailer tire. You know, there's just way too much of this. You know, I come in here and I go to the thing, but now I have to go through this little road to make this little road yellow, or else I can't have 100% of the map. Just a little too much of that. Of course, Texas is the biggest offender because they have all them interchanges with the, you know, the horseshoe turnarounds and all that, and you know, pretty much will have to drive like a maniac to get all of those things yellowed. I forgot we were going to Cody. Hello? Oh, such a shame. That's cool, though, that, you know, they do have it, like, okay, well, it went over here at a park. Hey, how'd yours go? Did you get a fine, too? Yeah? Yeah, they're real jerks, ain't they? Yeah. Frickin' bears. No. Port of entry. Oh, yeah. We're gonna go all the way around this thing. Now I remember. I think there's a tunnel over here, though. Or, well, okay, I think this is... Well, actually... No, I think you come here to this one, and then I believe there's a tunnel here. But that is a Bushnell, which means, you know, it's possible to get a load back from that Bushnell. Now, since this was a, you know, one of them external jobs, we're going by real time. So in real life, I have like 2 hours and something left. And unless something weird happens, I should be able to get this done. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, we needed to use the porta potties. That's why we came in here. That's the other thing. It's like too many of these roads force you to have to go both directions in order to mark them as done. So it's like, oh, I have to come back this way to do it. Yeah. You know? You know. You know? You know. You know? port of entry way station here. Franny the Fanny. Okay, well, so we're back in Wyoming, and we're at another port of entry. Will we be treated the same way that we were in Gillette? Well, we're working for Bushnell right now, and we have a Bushnell provided trailer, and given what Bushnell was doing with hiring everybody, no questions asked, they probably gave us proper credentials and paperwork and blah blah blah. So what I'd imagine is just flashing that we work for Bushnell, this way station, well, it's going to fine us for the truck because we can't avoid that. We could probably consider that a payment from Bushnell to the way station to shut up otherwise. It's hush money. Because their drivers don't necessarily have new equipment. And they're not going to. So we're not expecting a shakedown. Now, it's not to say that they wouldn't have given us a shakedown had we been doing independent stuff. Because they're still being shady by taking the payments from Bushnell. It's kind of like I guess Bushnell would see it as kind of like a tax write-off. It's like, yeah, it might cost them a $500 fine, or hush money payment, but the profit they're going to make otherwise from having their goods delivered and having drivers that they don't have to pay as much. Just it's a cost of doing business, so they don't really care as much. So are you saying that the way stations and port of entry stations in Wyoming are run by cops that are all on the take, or crooked in some way? Well, I'm saying that in this story that some of them are. I've not been to Wyoming, so I have no proof to say yes or no that in real life the cops are crooked or way station officials. Hestia, huh? Go around me. There's too many of y'all. Don't go around me. Seriously, y'all, go around. Right, bud? Y'all dumb or something? Yeah, they dumb. Oh, and now you're gonna try to pass me? No. No, you're not gonna pass me. I'm taking up both lanes now. No, I gave you a chance to pass me. I pulled over and was gonna let you pass me. You gonna try to pass me now? Too bad. That ain't how it works. buddy. You okay? What you doing? What you doing? Whew. I sneezed it. Hey, look! It's that car. Is that Biff? I don't know, it might be Biff. What the hell? The mountains disappeared instead. Right, buddy? We don't want the mountains disappearing. Bring the mountains back. Head for the mountains of bush beer. Nope, can't go that way. I've discovered the Cody Road. It's the road to Cody. Yeah. All roads lead to Cody? Well, most of those. So there's a... It's not until like 9 o'clock because they're out on the West Coast, but the Michigan State Spartans are playing tonight against Oregon, so I'll at least have that on the radio while I'm playing whatever I end up playing. Yeah, Probably playing supermarket, but or grocery store. Some of the other stores are, I mean, other games are on sale right now and all that. If I actually, I don't really have the money to buy another game, but if I take a chance and buy and spend it, I'm I'm leaning towards giving Let's School a try. You know, now that they've had a couple more updates to the game and such, and you know, that kind of looks like a game I might have some fun with. For one thing, you can rename the characters, so that's nice. I think that's the Buffalo Bill thingy museum or something up there. I think that's what the picture is. You know, sometimes I think like, oh, it's they want me to take a picture of that. Here, one moment, one moment. While I'm here, I want to do what I did a few minutes ago. That's over there. That's over there next to the thingy, right? Okay. So all right. So we'll just see when we get over there. So, on the map, in real life, You have this Buffalo Bill Center. But you also have right next to it here, well, you have a stadium over here for football or track and field or whatever. But right here is a library. So the hacker told David to come to this library and to use a certain computer that the hacker has set up. He put some like equipment on the computer to kind of keep something to keep an anti-snooping device, you know, an anti-tracing device, so that David could have a conversation or send emails to or from or whatever with the hacker to receive his next instructions. And basically, I was looking for a town with a library to somehow do this, so I didn't plan to come to Cody, but this is where the hacker told us to come, because we ended up here. I had no plans to come down here to Cody, but that's where we're at. So that's the McCracken Center and the Buffalo Bill. It's the McCracken Research Library, but it's also like the Buffalo Bill Center of the West thing. But hey, that kind of makes sense. Yeah, I can go with that. That's right. That was Hidalgo. I think Buffalo Bill was in Hidalgo with Viggo Mortensen. The one about him being a horse racer that ended up going to the Middle East to race his horse named Hidalgo. We have a bed and we have a fuel station, so that works for me. Well, least we got a somewhat smaller trailer, so we might be able to get in here. Okay. Okay, this one might be a little bit more difficult to do. Well, in that case, we're gonna turn it this way and attack it. Why do we always gotta go way too far? Why does it always seem like it's so simple, yet we... And here we go again, we're, yeah. Leave it right there. No. Okay, let's stop. Right there. Okay. Are we straightened out a little bit? Yeah, we want to go this way a little bit more. There you go. Come back that way. And that was buttermilk, right? Yeah. Alright, so we arrived in Cody. Let's go fuel up. And then we're going to go over here. And then that's going to do it. So I'm gonna end this episode, and then I'm gonna go do my dinner break without being online, or without being. I'm gonna play a different game later. I'm gonna get back into Grocery Store Simulator. Unless I change my mind, but at the moment, this is, I wasn't tired earlier, but now I'm starting to get tired, so I'd rather play with the other game. Come over here, get some gas from this little mom and pop place. Now, if I'm right in the middle of it, and I'm touching both of them, can I get gas from both? I mean, I got tanks on both sides, right? I don't think we're touching that one. No, I want... Alright. That's where we're gonna stop. So, to recap, while we were in, we started out in Miles City today, did a couple loads, we went over to Billings. While we were in Billings, we came down here, and there was an abandoned truck wash that we drove through, where we picked up an envelope with further instructions from the hacker. Those instructions then told us to come down here to Cody, Wyoming as soon as possible. And when we went to the McCracken Research Institute next to the Buffalo Bill the Buffalo Bill Center, or as part of it, we went on there. We've established contact with the hacker, and perhaps in the next episode we will expand on that and figure out what the hacker's trying to tell us. But until then, we are in Wyoming for the moment. And that is where we are going to leave it off until the next time I play. And I don't know when that'll be at the moment. It could be Monday, it could be Wednesday. But at the same time, I also offered to do hair appointments those 2 days. So if that happens, I might not be playing a video game. Or I might not be playing this one. So regardless, that is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you to whoever might have been watching. Thank you to whomever may leave a link, or subscribe, or share, or any of that. Hope you all have a good day and a good night. Maybe I'll see you in a little while I'm playing Grocery Store Simulator. But in any case, hope to see y'all in the next one, whatever it is. Until then, bye-bye for now.